Hey guys, today we're talking about The Great Divide, the new album from Kahan, and we're going to be talking about songs from The Great Divide album as book characters / book relationships, which I'm actually so hyped for this video. I'm hyped for all the videos, but especially this one. Let's get into it. Okay, we're gonna start off with The Great Divide song, like the actual song, not the album. And when I heard this song, it immediately made me think of Feyre and Lucien. Okay, no, hear me out. I'm gonna read off some lyrics and then you'll realize that you just can't disagree with me, okay? Technically, this could also be Feyre and Tamlin, but I don't really care about Tamlin. I love Lucien, could not care less about Tamlin. So we're going with Feyre and Tamlin. And by that I mean okay, if you're listening to this song, you have to think about it as Lucien's perspective, Lucien's POV about how he treated Feyre and everything that happened with Feyre, okay? No, hear me out. It's actually too good. It's too good. Okay. Starting off in the pre-chorus. You know I think about you all the time and my deep misunderstanding of your life and how bad it must have been for you back then and how hard it was to keep it all inside. Okay, this is like Lucien end of ACOTAR or post ACOTAR when he realizes just how bad it actually was for Feyre. And obviously I know he knew it was kind of bad for her, and he was trying to talk with Tamlin about whatever, loosening her rules and restrictions and stuff, but okay, this is him being dang, I did not realize how traumatic this was for you, how bad this was for you, I should have done better, I should have stood up for you better. And literally this fits perfectly how bad it must have been for you back then. And by back then I mean post ACOTAR, post Under the Mountain, pre Night Court, that time where she's literally throwing up in the bathroom, having night terrors every single night, she's wasting away, she's super traumatized, there's no healing that's happening. That's what he's referencing, okay? Hear me out. And then going into the chorus, I hope you settle down, I hope you marry rich. Which, girl, don't even worry. Feyre does settle down and marry rich, don't even worry about that. And then him being I hope that you're only scared of ordinary things, and not your soul and what he might do with it. How what Tamlin did to Feyre's soul. Lucien's I hope you're not scared of what Rhys is gonna be doing to your soul. So good. Okay, wait, hold on. Okay, and then I think this is verse 2 when he's and I'm finally aware of how unfair it was to stare ahead like everything was fine. Gang, this literally is Lucien, okay? Him being dang, that was actually awful of me to just pretend that everything was okay when it wasn't, which, yeah, that was awful. And then the bridge, rage in small ways, did you wish that I could know that you'd fade to some place I wasn't brave enough to go? Okay, and then the outro, I hope you threw a brick right into that stained glass. I hope you're with someone who isn't scared to ask. Oh my gosh. Okay, no, she is with someone who isn't scared to ask. Okay, the night and day, that was a intended pun. The night and day difference between Tamlin and Rhys with her nightmares and throwing up in the bathroom, and Tamlin just pretending to still be asleep and pretending everything is fine, pretending he doesn't hear her throwing up every single night, whereas Rhys is there in it with her, holding her hair back, making sure she's okay. He's not scared to ask. It fits so well. Literally, don't play with me. And then I hope that you're not losing sleep about what's next, or about your soul and what he might do with it. Don't worry, her soul is in good hands. Don't even worry, Lucien. Okay, but tell me that doesn't fit perfectly. It does, okay? It does. Listen to it again, and it does. Okay, moving on to the second song. We're moving into Dashboard, which I know the song is blowing up. I love it. Obviously, I love it. And this song is... No, I actually feel nauseous. Okay. This song is Regulus's perspective of Sirius leaving, okay? It's not what actually happened. It's not actually how Sirius left. He isn't actually a bad person, but it's what bitter Regulus thinks. And then you'll go far as alternate Regulus, healed Regulus, but we'll get into that, okay? We're starting with Dashboard. And like I said, take this with a grain of salt. Okay, this isn't actually what happened. This isn't actually what Sirius did. He was completely valid in leaving, but this is how Regulus feels, okay? You always went looking for an easy way out. Leave the pain you can't solve with the folks you let down. Okay, I love how I'm just reading this poetry. I'm at slam poetry or something. The world just restarts, the clock just resets, we all just move on, we all just forget. Okay, it hurts. And you tell yourself lies and disguise them as facts. It'll hurt half as much if you drive twice as fast. It actually hurts. No, it does hurt. Like his motorcycle. Okay, stop. Just when you think that the road straight ahead is when the devil shows up on your dashboard again. Which, like, this is actually despicable because it's so true. It's like Sirius trying to run away from his toxic family, but never actually being able to outrun them. Like, the trauma is still there with him. The devil is still on his dashboard. Look at you go, crossing state lines with your shadow, trying to run away, change your zip code. Turns out, okay, well, I'm not gonna say that part because, okay, I love Sirius, you know? We're not trying to hate on my man. But like I said, this is Regulus's perspective. All of your new friends look a lot like your last. He has all the same friends, obviously. And then, of course, the, like, got a dog reference is just fun. That's just extra silly and fun. Okay, and then alternately, if you have a different take on Regulus, like maybe an AU Regulus, a healed Regulus who understands why Sirius left, then you could say You'll Go Far would be Regulus's perspective on Sirius, which with him being like, it makes me smile to know when things get hard, you'll be far. Like, when everything goes down at Grimmauld Place, Sirius is far away. He's away from all of that. And I do think Regulus is grateful for that. Way down deep, okay? Okay, and then the last song we're gonna talk about is Dan, which there's, like, a lot of fictional, like, characters that could fit this song. Basically, like, any found family. Which I was thinking, like, Grayson and Jameson Hawthorne from Inheritance Games, this would fit pretty well for them. Like, talking about making Emily's death all about them, which low-key they did. But since I had Marauders on the brain, this song was making me think of Sirius and Remus. Stop. Okay, Sirius and Remus, like Order of the Phoenix, like summer before Order of the Phoenix when they're all staying at Grimmauld Place. This is them, like, reminiscing and thinking about the past and healing from the past and also still being, like, torn up about the past. So let me get into the lyrics and, like, explain, give you a little, like, blow by blow. Okay, when they're like, everybody's asleep, let's talk about him, let's talk about high school, talk about death, talk about the long ride home from the grave, which makes me think of Remus driving home or walking home from Lily and James' funeral, which is devastating, by himself. You've been the best 5 minutes of my whole year. Stop. And I'm so glad we're here because I'm with my best friend Dan now. And then it says, a couple of hometown heroes fighting over politics, sitting and remembering young men from different sides. Which obviously they were on the same side, but, like, you know, they think Sirius is on the other side. And so, like, just sitting and remembering, like, them from, like, the first Wizarding War and being like, yeah, young men from different sides, sitting and remembering. And then also the, like, fighting over politics line makes me think of, like, them fighting over, like, how involved Harry should be, like, in all of this with, like, Molly and all of that stuff. And we're so alone most of the time. Most of the time we don't have anyone. Where do we go when we die? I wouldn't mind right here. I wouldn't mind at all. It's so true because they really are alone most of the time. Like, those are, like, 2 of the most lonely characters ever. Obviously, like, the Marauders are so lonely. Yeah, where do we go when we die? Thinking about Lily and James, bro, it actually hurts. It actually hurts. And then you tried to tell me how unfair it is that I have what I have and you got what you got. Said I'd give it all back if I could. I cannot. It hurts. And then I think I stood right here back when Carlo died, said I hated the way I made it all about me, which I feel like they definitely wouldn't make it all about them, but, like, this is just them thinking about, like, their friend dying and, like, how they handled it and all of that. So and this could also be like a Regulus and Sirius song if Regulus had survived, which actually that hurts too much, though. We're not gonna go down that road. But if you are a masochist, then definitely think about the 2 of them while listening to the song. Okay, that's all I have for this video. I just wanted to do 3 songs really quick, just because these were, like, punches in the guts and what stood out to me the most. So I hope you enjoy. I hope you enjoy the album. See you next time.